Hello, YouTube. So, I have recently gotten news that, they're making a new Predator movie, a sequel to Prey. And, well, actually, I learned this yesterday. It's just now that, I've gotten around to making a response to it. Now, I actually really liked Prey when I saw it. I thought, it was a return to form for the Predator franchise, which I've been a huge fan of ever since I was a kid. I've loved both the Alien and Predator franchise along with the Godzilla franchise. Those are my top three favorite franchises. And this movie, a lot of people are calling Prey the best movie since, Predator 1 or 2. I wouldn't call it a fucking masterpiece or anything, but it was still a pretty good movie, and it was definitely leagues above, The Predator from 2018. I watched that movie in theaters when it came out with my grandparents. Yeah. I mean, I don't care. If it's a Predator or Alien movie, I'll go watch it, even if it is bad. But along with the news of, Prey 2 being in the works, which I am excited for. I'm wondering where they'll go with the story. I have heard, now please, any of the information that I will, talk about going forward is take it with a grain of salt, because this is just what I've heard from other YouTubers and from articles and stuff like that. And a lot of this information is subject to change. So please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. But Prey 2 will supposedly continue Naru's, story. And I actually did like Naru as a protagonist, even though I did have some problems with, Prey. Like I said, that movie's not perfect, but I did like it. And I especially love the Predator, but I didn't like how they used a lot of CGI for the Predator, because I have seen the deleted scenes, or at least the footage with the practical effects, and the practical effects looked amazing. I don't know why they didn't use them more often. But I did like Prey 2. I like how the Predator was back to being a more serious horror villain, and I am interested as to where they will go with the sequel, because usually they don't really follow up on certain characters in the Predator movies. The Predator movies have always sort of worked for me as anthology stories set in different time periods with different characters and in different settings and environments and different types of predators and all that. And I was hoping they would go more in that direction. And one thing I didn't like about Prey 2 is that they sort of retconned a comic from Dark Horse that explained the origins of, the rifle, the pirate rifle from Predator 2, when that elder predator gives the cop guy, I forgot what his name was. He was, he gave him a rifle, and they sort of explained the origins of this rifle in Prey. And I sort of didn't like the origin they gave for it, because I think his name was Andolini, yeah. And I did hear that they were going to make I think I read it on Wikipedia. Please correct me if this was ever said, because I don't know if it was true or not. But I did hear that Trachtenberg was interested in making a movie about Andolini, because it is implied in Prey that they have been hunting the Predator before, and maybe, they already knew about the Predator. So I think it would be cool if they made a prequel story about, that. But it doesn't seem they're following that direction anymore, which is disappointing. But they've also announced another movie that is also being directed by Trachtenberg called Badlands. Now, they haven't released a lot of plot details yet, and once again, I emphasize, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard from several sources that apparently this movie is set in the future and will also feature a female lead. Now, I am not really sure what the thinking is. Why is Trachtenberg directing another Predator movie before Prey 2 that's, not related to Prey and is apparently set in a different time period? I have no idea. But this is interesting, because this sort of gives me a sort of theory and an idea as to where they could take the franchise moving forward. Because not only does Disney have the rights to, Predator, but also Aliens. And at the same time on Hulu, they're also making an Alien TV series, Alien Romulus, that I have no idea when that's going to come out, but I'm definitely watching that. And that they're making an Alien TV series, and I'm not sure if this is still true or not, but they're also making another Alien movie that's apparently being directed by the guy who made Don't Breathe and Evil Dead and all that stuff. I don't know what his name is, but he's a really good horror director, and I'd like to see something made from him, an Alien movie made by him. That would be really cool. Because I was kind of disappointed by Alien Covenant when that came out. I went and watched it with my brother and my dad. But if Disney says they're interested in expanding the Predator franchise, and Badlands is supposedly set in the future, and there's also the Alien Romulus, TV series that's coming out. Now, call me crazy, but I think they're sort of setting up a crossover. I mean, think about it. Why would they make a Predator movie set in the future? And then, of course, the Alien movies are set in the future as well. So what this leads me to think is that could this, potentially be leading up to a sort of Alien and Predator cinematic universe, sort of that would eventually lead into a crossover, a new Alien versus Predator movie, which would be freaking like awesome, because I think we're in desperate need for that again, because the previous Alien versus Predator movies, while the first one I think was good, it's not as bad as a lot of people say it is. The second one, though, was definitely terrible. And I think the main problem with that is because they were set in like the modern day, which never really made sense to me. Like, because it was just a boring setting, because the Alien versus Predator movies and comics and the video games. I remember my brother had the Alien versus Predator video game on his PlayStation. I used to watch him play that game. And I think this would be a step in the right direction, because I heard that before, because Alien vs. Predator 2 Requiem did so poorly, they canceled a potential third film, which was going to be set in the future. And I think this could be sort of a redemption for that, Now, I am worried when Disney says they're going to expand the Predator and Alien franchise, because, I don't know, this is Disney we're talking about. I don't really trust them. And given how Marvel is doing right now, yeah, they're not doing particularly good. So hopefully they really don't mess this up, and hopefully they try to take this calmly and slowly. I'm not holding my breath though. But yeah, because the Alien and Predator franchise is something that I really, really love, and a lot of people really love it. And I really hope that they, handle this well. And hopefully Trachtenberg has a sort of idea with what the franchise is going to do going forward. And I really hope this does lead into an eventual, crossover, a redemption for Alien versus Predator, an actual Alien versus Predator movie set in the future with I think they could make an actual Predator protagonist or human and Predator protagonist with the aliens as the main villains. That would just be really cool. But anyways, I'm done with this rambling, non-coherent rant. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. Peace out.